Okay, hi, this is Jadi from Geeking with Jadi, and we are in the second session of our Python lessons. We learned how to install the Python. We understood generally how to run the IDLE, and now we are going to use it as a calculator. This is what many Python people use when they need a quick calculator. They just open one terminal. If you are on the Linux, you just run the terminal. If you are on the Mac, run your term. And if you are on the Windows, you saw in the previous session how you should install Anaconda and run your terminal, Anaconda enabled terminal. Okay, this is my terminal. On the most Linuxes, you can just type Python. And in the most Linuxes, if you run Python 3, you will run version 3. If you run Python 2, you will run Python 2. Normally, we should only use Python 3. So this is IDLE, Integrated Development Environment of Python. You just run Python or Python 3, and you have a command line in which you can run Python commands. We won't go for any specific command this time, but I just want to show you how to use it as a calculator. Obviously, main operators work here: plus, minus, multiply, divide. I will show you one more later, the modulo. Okay, so it's easy. If you type any number, it will return back that specific number. If you type any calculation, it will show you the answer. Again, it's very straightforward. 10 to 3. 10 divided by 3 will 3.3333. This is working fine. Also, you can use the power operator. It's like this: 2 to the power of 3. This means 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. 3 times 2. That is it. Python, we said, is a very easy language to program. If you are in a C, it's very difficult to calculate something like this, because the result is huge. You have to decide what kind of memory should be assigned to it and all the stuff. But on the Python, it's not only possible, but it's quick. Even 2 to the power of 3000. This is it. Will this work? Wow. Okay, one for Python. It's very easy for your calculations. I was looking for something to be calculated in this lesson and found this fun or not so fun tweet from they did the math. Practically, it's not a tweet, it's from the Reddit. Or it's a tweet which is used in Reddit's they did the math. They have asked if this is true. They say if Jeff Bezos from Amazon could give each of his employees $105,000, and he would have exactly as much money as he did pre-pandemic. But instead, he donated 200 laptops to middle schoolers. Okay, nothing against Bezos personally, but this is a good calculation. One person had did the math, and it's like this. Amazon has something between 750,000 to 1 million employees. Okay, let's find the average. So for average, I have to say 150,000 plus 1 million. This is it. And I have to copy paste this and divide by 2. Okay, this is one way. Another way is doing it in one line. If I want to make it easier, I can do it in one line. But one thing, when using the plus, multiply, and whatever operator you have, there is one concept which is called priorities. If you say a computer to calculate 4 plus 2 multiplied by 8, it doesn't know if you mean 4 plus 2 is 6, then 6 multiplied by 8, or first multiply this and then add 4. Which one? On the computer systems, these two have higher priorities. So these will be calculated first, then this, then this. If you ask me what about power, I know, but Okay, if you don't know, it's always good practice to use parentheses. So if I want to do the above, I will do parentheses will have the most absolute priority. So I will add this plus 1 million, divide the answer to 2. This is like writing 75k plus 1 million divided by 2, because there is a parenthesis here. It will calculate this first. Even if you have more, it will calculate the innermost parenthesis first. Okay, so this is the average number we can say Amazon has. I had this number somewhere, but it was like something 47 billion was the wealth of Jeff Bezos before the pandemic, and after pandemic it became 189 billion. It was huge for Amazon because everyone is buying online. So if I want to calculate how much money added to the Bezos' wealth during the pandemic, the answer will be 189 billion minus 74 billion. This is in billion. If I want to calculate, show it in real billions, I can do like this. Okay, now tell it in billion. That would be, this is 1,000, this is million, this is billion. This is the answer. So in general, Bezos earned this much money. Bezos' wealth increased this much during the pandemic. I will say, okay, calculate what reaches to each employee. This is the number which employee could get, and Bezos will have the same wealth. So this is also a good guess. It's not a guess for sure, they have calculated. What happens for 200 laptops? He said they bought 200 laptops. Okay, let's say each laptop is $2,000, which is a higher estimation, I believe. This is it. How much laptop he could buy with this money? Let's try. Also, you can do it like this. You can say, I need this number divided by the, for example, price of total laptops, each laptop. So he could buy 57 million laptops, and he would have the same money as he had before the pandemic. This is not against Bezos. I just wanted to show you how you can do calculations in Python IDLE. There is also one operand I want to show you. It is called modulo. Modulo returns or shows the remainder of dividing the left-hand operand by the right-hand operand. So for example, 10 modulo 3, it will be 1. Because if you divide 10 to 3, the integer number will be 3, and 3 to 3, that will be 9, and 1 will remain. So this is the remaining part. How many 3s are in 10? Okay, 3. So this is the integer part of the division. Which will be left from this? 1. This is the modulo operator used in different places, and you can play with it a little bit and see, okay, for example, 7 to 6. This is 2 something. So 7 modulo 6. So I can say 17 is 2 plus 5. This is what modulo does. This comes from the division. This comes from the modulo operator. Sometimes this will be used. I just wanted to show it to you. Don't think about it while you don't need it. Okay? And you saw that I can push up, the up arrow and go up, or push the down arrow, or go somewhere, go to the left, go to the right, edit this, and other stuff. This was the easiest one. No, all the Python sessions will be this easy. So what I will ask you to practice is calculate something here, or if you had a calculation, you had to compute something, just run the IDLE and do whatever you need to do there. In the next session, I will show you the variables, which makes our life easier, and we don't need anymore to remember that this was the difference of the wealth between pandemic and after pandemic. This was the average number of the Amazon employees. We can tell computer to remind this and just give me the number. We'll see in the next session. As always, Control B will exit the IDLE. See you on the next session.